to game 2. Let's see exactly how these guys drop off.
Well, Inspire actually changing. I thought he was landing Frenzy, but he's dropping early. One of the houses on the Misty Lake, I should say.
I think
we saw Rex beat Sparebow off spawn last time. See if that continues. I'd probably change my drop if I was Sparebow. 96 people, by the way. 4 people didn't get in.
That's actually very, very big because 8-game format. You're missing a game. It's just, we talked about it earlier. A lot harder to bounce back and get towards those top placements.
Yeah, so keep an eye on Twitter. Try to find out exactly who missed because that's going to be huge. I wish we would restart the games in this situation, but I guess the rolling queue kind of thing that we have going on doesn't allow for that at all. It kind of sucks, man. It's like online tournament essentially. But oh well. We're still watching Inspire right now. Off spawn, got a green RPG, great attack as well. It's definitely a loadout that I like to play off of. And we'll see. When you land at one of these houses, it's kind of difficult because time and time again, it could be a lot of different... Fuzzy, you died off spawn? Huh? Fuzzy, you got a loading screen bug? Jeez, bro. That sucks. That sucks. You played well, bro. You were 10th place. 10th place. Remember, Moraine won the tournament.
One
and
game
he missed
down.
the game. So you got this. You got this.
Moraine, bro. Trust. Feel the jersey, bro. You got this.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Time and time again, this is happening. And now we actually feel the emotions, man. It's not online. They're not in their houses.
It actually hurts my heart.
It
hurts my heart, man. Like,
yeah. He's broken.
Yeah.
And after game 2, like, come on, man. That's game. Like, he still has 6 games to play at this point.
I'm literally speechless. I know there's just action on the screen, but that's back to back. Sparebow gone.
To a different player though this time. Mark.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about the thing that Inspire is doing as well, right? If that drop spot's uncontested for Misty, that means Rex's game is now switched up compared to game 1.
Yes.
Doesn't get all that fishing he's used to, right?
Yep.
And you land Misty yourself. Adjusting your drop while you make it towards Lake, you waste a lot of time.
Ooh, who's this? Is this? I can't really tell. Hold on, let me actually get off of studio mode for a second. This is actually Inspire, right? Must have came across from the house. So we got a little bit of a fight. This is Blacky, actually a French player. Stalemate right off the break. Definitely, clearly can tell their composures. Don't want to engage at all.
The thing is, like, when it comes to Storm Surge last game, these guys both know that this is the fight to basically take.
Yes. Especially since, like, Rex and Misty players have not moved out yet. Aren't going to be able to third party too much. Good start. Ooh, huge good start. And he can edit this down. Nice. Now all of a sudden they're just dropping next to each other, not finding the aim. There's a couple third-party shots from Misty Meadows.
A lot of jumping action going on as well. Not that much utility used in this fight. Good heals on the side of Blacky, but at the same time, is this a fight you want to prolong? You just want to get the tags and move out? With the advantage Blacky has 100%, he wants to get in that box, but it's dangerous. You don't know exactly what the other person has. A huge tag. You can push through in this box and get this elimination from either way right now, but the third party you talked about, Ballatw, comes through.
Yeah, finally comes through. Not exactly sure who it is. It's anonymous mode, but then instantly has possibly another elim. Inspired disengaged from that fight completely, but still there's another. No, actually, this might be a head. We might have just he might have left, kind of. So the delays on, because he's not getting shot at all. Not really hearing anything. I'm guessing that this is a head. No, in the feed we just saw Blacky go down, so not a head.
I mean, look at the differences in what people are gaining, right? Storm Surge tags, momentum on elims, floppers, ammo, loot, positioning. In zone right now in Misty Meadows as well. This is a little bit more south. You talk about the mountains of the map, they're in play now.
Absolutely. Here's Jams. We talked to him yesterday at Sweaty Sands. We saw Punisher here. Who else do we see here?
Epic rotates through here if he's
Epic
alive.
rotates through here.
Punisher was hitting tags on one other person who was rotating a little bit early from the basketball pit.
Yeah, I don't remember who that was.
Yeah.
So many different threads to keep track of.
Reverse is dead.
Well, a lot of people were cheering for him, but so far, not a really good start to Reverse 2K's journey. The game has clearly changed. 81 players alive. Storm Surge might still go off.
Oh, apparently he didn't get in the game, actually.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I think people should be restarting their game every single time because we have 20 minutes, man. Just restart.
Restart, play a creative just to get the first game.
Oh, I don't think you can play creative on this.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a huge impact. Who's this?
This
No,
wolfiez.
50-50.
Mr. Savage got an elim on Inspire.
Oh.
Wolfiez talking about the 50-50. He's clearly coming out of Slurpee, it looks like, up through Weeping. He fights here often. I talked to Sam yesterday. Every time Sam was struggling actually finding Wolfiez, when he would run into him, he'd just be like, well, it's just G's because Wolfiez just does things that nobody else does, you know?
You just let me play. I'm not, like, I know you're trying to be helpful, but I just want to play.
No,
my
but
game.
in zone, once again, the same situation as Punisher, right? You got to basically control the game, get your impacts. You can't really move on a plan from zone. I'm looking at a huge base being built here by wolfiez. Doesn't really need any more ammo or loot. He's pretty much set. Has big tags as well. I think he just needs to wait now for that end game to come through.
It's a good sign for basically everybody in the lobby that wolfiez is doing okay. We got 8 points total. Obviously, probably off spawn or that elim there, and then moving away. Guys, we can't do anything about the quality. We're watching streams.
Punisher actually has an off-spawn elimination as well.
Ooh.
And that's at Sweaty Sands,
Yes.
which is a high-profile spot. Zayt possibly landing there as well.
I don't know if Zayt's landing there. He was struggling in the League Cup. He's definitely somebody to alpha his spot, but at a certain time, High Sky just went down in the feed. High Sky made endgame last time.
Look at the difference between Game 2 and Game 1 in player count. 75 players left alive before that first zone even fully closes in.
I'm hearing some reactions around. I think I just heard Bumpa maybe go down. Slightly behind us.
Looking at Frey now, once again. Has those floppers in tow, the harpoons as well used. And is rotating through what we've seen at least 5 people go through right now. Sweaty Sands towards Salty Springs.
4 floppers. Last time we saw him play very edge zone. Kanata said basically the solution to this game is not playing center zone, not going at all, playing edge.
He also said there was risk and luck involved, right? You got to pick the right edge because if the zone bounces back the wrong way, you are now not on edge, you're on the opposite side of where you need to be, so. Floppers do help with that. Frey might need to use one if he stays too long in this zone. But not a Storm Surge game, which is, I think, might be an influence of the South Zone, might be a reactionary change for a lot of players off of first game, maybe playing a little bit too passively.
Bully, was he in 6th place? Yeah, 6th place right now, 61 points. We got a lot of tags early at Steamy Stacks, still getting more. And over, it's tags and move. Not going to come into effect in this 3rd zone, but still so important in towards 5th, in towards 7th. The worst feeling ever is having an endgame, being an endgame and being under Storm Surge, like in 7th zone, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can't really do anything about it. You got to move. There's too much action going on.
That's where he just dives straight into Storm. Just try to 50-50 something. Sniper shots going all around Bully as well.
Talking to himself, too. People behind him. We're going to see bigger and bigger crowds behind people.
That 8th game, man,
Yeah.
is going to be wild.
There's going to be people behind Kanata and stuff like that.
I mean, a big note to make, too, is people are just getting warmed up, right?
Yep.
Some people are just walking in, might be late, might be, not having a chance to warm up. That first game, maybe the aim's online now.
Exactly. A little bit of box fight. Prosecutor on the back foot. Wolfiez looked like he got another elim onto Sky Dune, who played amazing essay. I didn't know who that was at all.
This fight's really important for Prosecutor because that's 0 points.
Yeah.
So he needs to get on the board, needs some type of momentum. The metal invested in this fight is huge too. He's out of metal now. 18 left. That's fully throughout the metal. Half wood left. Brick as well. He needs the impact from this elimination or his endgame's just shambles.
Interesting thing to note about Prosecutor, he was the player who placed the lowest in the yellow heat and still qualified through and then made it through the semifinals. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but that was, I think it was Keo who shouted that out as well when we were basically looking at the difference in distribution between the blue heat, the first, and the yellow heat, and then how many people qualified through the finals. So Prosecutor definitely an underdog story here.
Both in-game and on the leaderboard as well.
This box fight seems to be dissipating. I don't know if the productions listen to us, but maybe go over towards Wolfiez. I definitely want to continue looking at him.
I'm a fucking dumbass.
Ask and he shall receive.
Oh my God. Do you see how many fish were on the floor?
No.
There was 2 stacks of slurpfish and 2 stacks of floppers.
Oh, my lord.
Anyway.
What?
You dropped those minis 100%, no?
Yeah, 100%. Take more slurpfish. That is insane.
This man found the surface truck
And your boy
that delivers them
again.
and crashed it over.
It's funny because we're not even season 2 where I would believe that. Now up to 10 points with the 2 elims he had. 0 points off of game 1, I guess. Center zone now, though, and a good spot in it, too, right on the road, looking down on a lot of different spots. And it's not even going up towards the south or towards the water at the bridge at the dam. You heard him say, "Should I do a little Frey Classic?" I think you should, Wolfiez. I really think you should.
If I throw this, I'm the shittest player in the game. And that's a fact.
Yeah, it might just be one slurpfish. We didn't see it. You guys are right, 100%. We don't know the floppers either, too.
If it was another full 4 stack, he would 100% pick it up.
Chino, let people spam. It's fine. This is a tournament. Let people spam. There we go. Oh, don't say dumb. Come on, guys. Ridiculous.
I'm so tempted. I can't
Spam this bone to give Baron's own.
It's important.
Now, right now, calm before the storm. We talked, with Kanata about mentality when you're in these positions, making the game plan. This is where the cooking gets done.
Yeah.
Right? Food goes in the oven. We wait it out, see what pops through the other end.
Here's the update on the zone, actually how it's playing out. We've clearly seen it from Wolfiez' perspective, but we're looking at dead side, looking at a lot like the side that's going to be most congested. Actually, really not a dead side at the zone. I was seeing the spread. It was even.
The bad thing about this is that everyone that's now going to be coming in is going to be a pressure chamber.
Mm-hmm.
These guys will have better loot, and they'll be all around every single side of the edge.
Yeah.
Everyone in the center is already invested in mats. There might be half on a few materials, and they're going to be the ones to have to move around to places. So it's going to be very hard to move in the zone 100%. It's going to be very difficult to find impacts on people on edge because they'll have a lot of mats. Center zone, and talked to a few pros earlier today as well. Center zone might not be the play for this tournament at all. Edge and coming in late is the wave. We saw Punisher have one of the best positions last game. Where was Punisher in the end game? I didn't see him. Right? I know Wolfiez has those floppers, has the minis, but he also has center zone. He does have an impact, so he has max mats, but moving around from there when there's people with scars on edge looking for pot shots, that's going to be very, very hard.
.65 now. We're still only third zone, so clearly people playing more loose, playing more aggressive.
It'll tighten up towards the back half of the games.
Remember, there's 8 games. And we didn't even talk about prize distribution, but it is quite spread.
Oh, no,
everybody who qualified made a certain amount of money. I think, 500 or something like that?
500, yeah.
And then after 70th place, it goes up.
Mm-hmm.
After 50th place, it goes up again. And then 30th and 40th and so on. So, it's every single placement really does matter in terms of your prize distribution.
30 grand total grand prize.
Yes.
Yeah.
30 grand for first.
Yep. I think his top 25 is like 2.5K each.
Yep.
That's USD.
That's USD.
Yeah. I was wondering if AO was USD or
No,
Australian.
it's Australian dollars.
True.
Odd
Jinx.
No storm surge issues this time. That was his issue last. And you can tell carrying a medkit, carrying minis, carrying a sniper. Clearly was on his mind. He has that gold scar too. Not going to be an issue for him at all. Moraine goes down. The people in chat looking for Moraine to do well. Unfortunately, 2 times no placement points for Moraine, the Dreamhack Sweden winner. So his success from yesterday not continuing so far. And honestly, after 2 games having 0 points, I think it might be done for hoping for first place.
I mean, if you can do it without 1, maybe this is the region to do it without 2.
That's true.
So third
That's
game,
true.
everything on the line for him, 100%. Look at this little monstrosity on the side of the map. Who rotates first from there?
I don't know. There's so many good players in there. There's Edgy, Epic Whale, Tavern. Oh,
Yeah.
There's so many West players. What the heck? All of West in one little column. They built a palace. Frey making the rotation now over towards 4th zone, up the mountain. Slightly it goes. He's jumping up and down to kind of check. Where is the path? Where can I go? Is there a spot that's open? Is there somebody already building in? Somebody building backwards, actually. Edgy went down. Maybe that rotation that he tried to make off of West Tower costed him. Interesting that guy ended up coming back this way. I guess that side way too congested, and that's Frey's signal to go.
Yeah.
Good awareness and really good calculation, basically, on this positional play.
Kind of like in a movie when you see everyone running away from the problem.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
you're like, okay, I'm out first.
Mr. Savage still up.
Steens.
No shield for him again. Kanata still up.
Who controls height all the way up top?
Bizzle, yeah, all the way up top. Out of Misty, I guess. Benji nearby as well. This is a stacked side of the hill. But don't forget, they all actually have to rotate up this mountain because replay mode's slightly delayed, don't forget.
Bizzle's the king of the palace right now.
King of the castle, king of the castle.
Subo was someone that Moki was talking about yesterday.
Yeah. Massive 2K next to Bizzle. 2X, sorry.
I just feel like this is where you have to make the proper foundation for your base for what type of game you want to play. Because if you make, openings and mistakes like that,
That's
a
Frey,
wood
isn't it?
cone.
I think that was Frey. Storm Surge popping off right now. Wolfie's way ahead of everybody. I think that was Frey who just went down in front of him. It was his skin, you know?
Yeah. I think that was Inspire skin as well, though.
Possible. Wolfie's took 4 floppers and 3 slurp, by the way, out of that fish.
Yeah.
And he basically got zoned. He didn't have to move at all. So he actually still has... I'm pretty sure this is the same base, if I'm looking correctly. I think it is.
He's been on the side.
Yeah,
the
there
whole
they are.
time.
There's the flopper.
Yep. It's full metal, too, because so, like, if an RBG comes by, he's going to be big chillin'. Now we're under 50 players left in the server.
Actually, what am I doing?
Here's Benji. Back in replay mode. Look at the rotate he has to make. Wow. The replay mode's really up to date, actually. Regardless, he has to move and look at that side of the zone. I'm going to move my camera out of the way real quick so we can look. Oh, snap. That's not the right thing to move. The camera. Look at that. You can't see my mouse, but south side, completely congested. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad.
Yeah, it's like a railway track, the entire edge side of the zone. One train coming down all the way on the left, but very congested. On the top right, everyone following each other. But if they start to stop as well, anyone that's situated in the circle is going to have a very big payday.
And 1 flopper for him only. No shield. Matt's looking low.
Has a good position, though, in mid-ground. But you're right, how long is it going to last? Not even his cone in his own box. Has to look for some type of impact, but from this position, you don't have much room. It has to be instant, quick, in a box. You cannot have a prolonged fight.
I'm thinking anybody who ends up taking out Wolfies, I know that's a hard task, but my goodness, it
That's
could
a
be huge.
swing, yeah.
Yeah. could be insane. I see Zexor in the background. wolfiez is not too far from Benji. Nanolight up. Mr. Savage right next to him. Here's wolfiez. He's starting to make that play. He did pick up the floppers for the minis instead. The amount of placement he's just going to get just from these fish is insane. And I like the movement, too. Kind of going on the side of where zone's actually moving.
It's very early, though, to actually make this type of big play and big push with your whole inventory. There's probably 2 or 3 people with the same loadout. We're going to do this in another zone.
I know, but being so high, this isn't something that most people do. He's going to be able to get these beams like wolfiez does. Oh, the timing is perfect, too, with the RPGs. And he still has so many fish to play with. And this guy doesn't know yet either. He just dropped down, I believe, and all of a sudden, wolfiez has height for free, and this is not somewhere anybody wants wolfiez to be.
I think he's on one of his last fish, though, as he goes all the way up, has to pop it off. No more. Yep, one more, actually, to move with, going all the way up top, finally investing his mats. That entire rotation done off of one ramp over and over. Shots coming down. The tack follows through. We have to waterfall now. Mid-ground's kind of getting developed below this as well. If anyone looks up, it spells trouble.
That's Zexro, who was actually up on high ground that wolfiez took out a second ago, but good game from him so far. And wolfiez up on high ground. We've seen him do disgusting things, takes out jams, up to 5 elims already.
The server's thinning out as more and more people go down to single digits, I believe, on who's alive. We're going to be watching wolfiez from the high ground perspective from his stream. Just has the natural blue tac shotgun, blue AR, and it's raining down. No umbrellas left on this individual who has to leave out his base now all the way on ultimate low. Is it a 1v1, a 1v2? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure at all, but waterfall come down, so he does find one at least. I'm pretty sure there's another person on low ground. There's the fire coming in. Is he connected? I think he has about 200 mats left still, too. And as this comes back, he cracks both of their shields now, drops down 30 white on the guy, and now RPG's going through, too. I think still 3 players left. They're still fighting so close to each other, though.
The secrets have to come out. People are celebrating aloud, so we're seeing exactly what's going to happen with wolfiez. He's live at the moment going through. Finally up top, has AR angles. He does not have the RPG, but a big elim here. It's a final 1v1, I think. It's a one-on-one. There's a possibility of an RP coming through, but a big block from wolfiez as he gets back up the zone, moving up a slight hill, coming down for the surprise shot, the self-RPG, but a big win.
Nanolight comes second in that. Rifle as